Hey friends, welcome back to our table. It's the trucker and the nurse. We were shopping at Costco this week.
We picked up some wines, some cheeses.
We also got some berries and some fresh baguette.
As always, at a great deal.
Let's give it a try.
Let's do it.
Our first tasting today is going to be the Prosecco that's brought by Kirkland. It's Costco's signature brand.
It's actually one of my favorites. I keep it in stock here at the house all the time. And since it's berry season, then we might as well try it with some berries.
Excellent. Let's go. It's only $6.99. So, I mean, we have this here weekly. Cheers. We'll trade off. You could do with the raspberry, I'll do with a couple blueberries. The Prosecco is always crisp, refreshing, nice, bubbly effervescence going on there. It's no wonder why it's a signature staple in our house. So how did it do with the raspberry for you?
It made it a little more bitter. The raspberries are tart, so I think that added to the bitterness of the Prosecco.
Tart and tart. Now I just tried it with the blueberry. So the blueberry was kind of sweet. I like sweet blueberries. And it actually balanced pretty well with the Prosecco for me. Because the Prosecco is a little bit dry and a little sweetness of the berry. It actually works. So why don't you try with the blueberry? I'll try with the raspberry this time.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't kidding. That is pretty tart. Wow, it hit me right in the back of the jaw. What do you think about the blueberries?
They balance each other out. The blueberries are definitely very sweet.
All right,
Very
so
good.
Blueberries and Prosecco. That's 2 thumbs up right here.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. Would you say it's a perfect pair?
All right, now let's try the strawberries.
All right.
Always delicious.
Yeah, I mean, there's no wonder why you see it in all the movies and everything, right? Really? I mean, it's nothing crazy, but
It's just good.
it just works. It just works. It's nice together. Strawberries and dry sparkling wines just go together great. I think the strawberry is juicy, so it kind of adds to the juiciness that the Prosecco lacks. So it just kind of balances out great.
Yep.
All right, so what are we gonna try next?
All right, next we're gonna try the Tillamook Sharp Cheddar.
All right, well, this is what our show is about, taking some cheeses that you can find anywhere. Everybody knows Tillamook cheddar cheese, right?
It's actually always a staple in our house. Have it here all the time.
Definitely. So let's go ahead and, you know what? Here, that's a big piece of cheese. We'll take a couple bites, try it with the Prosecco, see how it tastes. We always have Tillamook cheddar cheese in the house, and we always have this Prosecco in the house, yet we never actually tried to eat them together or enjoy them together.
So I actually think that they work really well together. I don't know if it's because it's 2 of my favorites, but
I'll have to say this. I completely agree. Haha, we agreed.
that's the first.
Right? It's not a great pair that's amazing, but definitely can eat it on a day-to-day basis, and I think we can eat it a little bit more in the house now since we have them all the time.
What I love about Tillamook is that it's like a very basic cheddar cheese, but a very good basic cheddar
Yes.
cheese. You can eat it on sandwiches, quesadillas, with wine. You can use it for almost
Mac and
anything.
cheese.
Yeah, mac and cheese, of course. Grilled cheese sandwiches.
Excellent.
Speaking of
sandwiches, right? We have a little bit of that Costco baguette. So let's give it a try here.
Most people probably shop at Costco.
Where is there not a Costco? You can find any of this stuff at your local Costco. And if Costco wants to endorse us and, you know, sponsor us, sure, why not, you know? This is good. For me, I think it's almost like a cheese sandwich, and then the Prosecco comes in and washes it out. No bitterness, no nothing. No, there's not one negative thing I have to say about that pair.
Good. Just add some salami and you have a picnic.
Boom, there you go. That's it.
All right, next, I'm excited to try this Kingdom Organic Aged Cheddar. $8.99 a pound, also purchased at Costco. I've never tried it. It just caught my eye. The packaging, the look, the name, whatever.
Right? A little UK aged white cheddar. Let's give it a try. Has there been an episode that we haven't had cheddar?
No, because I always pick up cheddar.
Let us know. All right, we're gonna have to go back to our other episodes, and I want to see if we done an episode without cheddar yet.
Probably not.
Hey, comment down below. Let us know. Are you getting tired of cheddar? Because we're not.
Never.
I'm feeling good about today's episode so far.
Yep. I want to try this cheddar with the baguette.
All right.
And I will be making a grilled cheese sandwich out of this cheddar tomorrow morning.
Here we go.
Cheers.
I feel like the cheddar gets lost in the bread. Did I not get enough cheese?
So I don't think it gets lost in the bread. I will say about this cheddar, I don't think it's like your basic cheddar like Tillamook. Mm-hmm. Right? I have a little sweetness in there.
A little nuttiness.
A little nuttiness, a little creaminess. Like, it's just perfect.
I'd like to enjoy the cheese by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, the Prosecco just washes it away. It works well.
I'm big on cheese and crackers. I think that the bread is great, but this cheddar with some, some crackers, some salami on the side, or even just crackers, or even by itself.
Yeah. Maybe some crackers, I think, with this cheese. I just really feel like the bread was a little too much for the cheese.
Yeah, I agree.
So our second pairing today is going to be a Pacific Redwood organic table wine. Now this is all organic that we found at Costco. It was on sale for $6.99, so since we're doing this on a budget, it's a great thing to try, right? So this is going to be a medium body red wine with blackberry, plum flavors. It's got a little bit of different kind of varietals in it, so I'm interested to see how it's going to taste. We have never had this wine before. We just rolled the dice on it, and let's see if it stands up to any of these pairings here today.
All right. It definitely tastes the plum.
Yeah, plum right off the top. I'd say it's got a sweetness to it.
It's sweet with it's dry, it's sweet, and there's something else in there that I can't quite describe.
Yeah. So for me, it's bright. It tastes very young. It's not very complex. It just kind of washes out real quick, but that plum comes through real strong right at the beginning.
The aftertaste for me is a little dry and a little bitter. It's good. I can't say it would be my go-to, and I'll pick it up every time I'm at Costco, but it's not bad. All right, so let's try it with some berries.
Let's try some berries. Honestly, I'm scared. I don't know if any of these are really gonna go, but let's just try the raspberry because that was very tart.
Yes.
I'm interested to see how it's gonna do with this. Oh, that raspberry.
It made the raspberry very sweet.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay. It was the wine that made the raspberry sweet.
Yeah.
So the Prosecco made the raspberries extremely tart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought it was an unripened raspberry. Now that I'm having the raspberry after drinking the wine, the raspberry is super sweet.
And this is not sweet.
Oh, so like a reverse effect.
Yeah, not too crazy about it.
Wow. But
the raspberries are much sweeter.
wow, it tastes like raspberry jam.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really weird for me. This is the first. Like, I've been drinking wine and tasting it with food for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the first time for me that I have had a wine and a food pair, but not pair. Does that make sense?
It's like paired on the opposite end.
Yeah, it's weird because it didn't, like, I do not want to eat the raspberry with the wine. However, I want to eat the raspberry after I taste the wine. But then I'm scared to go taste the wine right afterwards.
All right, let's try the blueberries.
It tastes like a sweet fruit, and I don't even taste the blueberry anymore.
Yeah. Not so great. All right.
Yeah. Nope.
Now the strawberry.
Yeah, let's just blow through these because I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling too good about this one. I like the raspberries afterwards though.
No. It's okay, but
it's okay. Yeah. The strawberry holds its own. I think the strawberry holds its own. It doesn't get extra sweet like the other ones did, and it doesn't take away. Yeah. But then when you drink the wine, there's like almost no flavor in the wine. It's just a little bit of dryness on the end of the wine, and that's it. Mm-hmm. It really does take away that plum. That plum is gone.
Very dry, very bitter.
Yeah. Overall, do we agree?
It just didn't work.
Didn't work.
End of story.
None of them. Yeah. Don't do it. Let's have a piece of bread first. How about to wash out the palate a little bit? Yeah.
The plum flavor came back.
The plum flavor did come back.
Mm-hmm.
So
see how these cheddars are gonna work.
Right? So, Tillamook?
Tillamook it is.
Tillamook and red table wine.
I'm a little nervous about that.
I am too.
For me, they kind of separate from each other.
Really tried to let it sit on my tongue with the cheese and the wine. Completely separates in your mouth. The flavors completely separate. They don't like each other.
No.
No.
Now we'll try the Kingdom aged white cheddar. And right away it tastes the sweet creaminess of this cheese.
You're right. Cheese after that wine just really heightens the flavor. Eating the cheese right after the wine tastes amazing. Like, it's like all the dryness from the wine makes your palate feel like it wants more flavor. So when I tasted that cheese tasted even better than the first time I tasted it. But drinking it
afterwards, it's more dry and bitter.
I'm gonna call it a train wreck. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be a little bit dramatic right now.
It's not very appealing to me. It looks like oops. It looks like we
just don't spill your wine this time again.
Yes. It looks like we will not be stocking this particular wine in our house.
These cheeses don't go with this young wine. Like it just doesn't stand up to it.
So tell me more about young versus aged wine. What makes the difference?
When I say mature wine, it's usually a grape varietal, whether it's blends or not. They're aged properly in the barrels for a little while. They develop a lot of complexity, and the finishes is where you really can tell a young and an older mature wine. The finishes on a mature wine tend to be a lot more smooth, layers on your tongue. Now, if you notice this one, it hits you right on the top of the head with the plum, those berry flavors. But then as it gets to the end, it just dries out and there's nothing there. It doesn't layer on your tongue. And I was noticing that there is no vintage on this bottle. So it's a red table wine, it's organic, but it has no vintage, and it really actually doesn't even tell me what varietals are in the wine. Okay. So as far as we know, this could have been pressed within the last year.
I think those are all important facts that you should know. You should have that information. Yeah. So
some people tend to like younger wines because they like that vibrant flavor right off the top. A lot of people tend to like more mature wines because they have a really deep richness to it. Everybody has a different palate, so.
Yeah. So I don't want to completely bash the wine. On the positive side, I will say it is an organic wine. Contains only naturally occurring sulfates, no added sulfates, and it is acceptable for vegans. So always a good choice for those with a vegan diet.
It's not a terrible wine by itself. Actually, it's rather enjoyable by itself.
Yes.
I personally, I might want to chill it. I think if we chilled it just a little bit,
Okay.
Might smooth it out just a little bit more, those tannins on the finish. But as far as pairing it with any of these things that we've tried today, I couldn't find one.
Didn't really work, but maybe we just need to make research a little more and figure out
That's true.
what
Maybe
it
we
would
can find
work with.
what it would work with.
You
So
know,
if you want to see us, if there's any vegans out there or people that love organic wines and only drink organic wines, if you want to see us try some more organic wines, or even this one per se, because it's $6.99. I mean, it's still a great deal. We can furthermore look into it and see what else would pair with it. So just let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah, again, we just randomly picked this up at Costco. Everything we purchased here was just picked up at Costco randomly. We didn't really plan it.
We're trying to use everything that we have in our house on a daily basis, just like you would, right? That's what this is all about. I think we have come to the end of our episode today. We have tried berries, we've tried cheese, we've tried bread, we did red wine, we did sparkling. I think we hit a lot of corners today.
Feel like the Prosecco paired well with everything here, honestly.
Yeah, actually, our winner today, I would have to say, if any of all, this Kirkland Prosecco. $6.99. You could do it with the Tillamook. You could do it with the white. You could do it with the bread. You could do it with the berries. Except for the raspberry. Don't do it with the raspberry. If you want to do it with the raspberry, don't say that I didn't warn you beforehand. What? I'll tell you this. Drink all of this glass of wine and then eat all the raspberries. And then don't go back to the wine. You'll thank me later.
So that's it. That's all we got for you today. Thanks for joining us at our table today. We had some good finds, some not so good finds.
But as always, please subscribe down below, hit that bell, give us a like, comment down below if you'd like to see us try something or revisit something else that we've tried before.
Cheers.
Cheers.